Hello, everybody. So I'm a bit different tonight. I don't usually do Sunday night streams. My glasses are filthy. Been absolutely chock-a-block today. Right, so there we go. That's better. I just finished a video. I might be a bit judgery because I'm uploading the video. I've just edited the video for tomorrow night. I've finished my Batman gift pack. So yeah, TJ, hello. My gimbal came yesterday, Friday. I've been messing about with that. I need to go out with it whenever. It was red hot today, apparently. I have not been outside, so I don't know. I've been so busy with packaging, with videos, with everything, doing stuff. So we're gonna be watching a documentary. It's a BBC one. So touch wood that we won't get shut down, anything like that. It's from another channel. I will put the link. At least it's on a couple of channels. So I'm touch wood that we can watch this. But I'm gonna wait until I get a few more people in. I'm gonna wait till this video stops. It's actually saving, not uploading. So good evening, TJ. Good evening, Buford. Nice to have you back again. Anybody out there? I'm not seeing any comments. Yes, there is plenty of comments. When we started, 11 people watching. I've been watching Docs today. Bay City Rollers. Wow. Weren't they a fake band? Weren't they miming? If I remember rightly. I might be wrong. Fuzzball. Good evening. Yes, we will be watching The Galaxy Britain Built by David Whiteley. I have interviewed him. I have an interview on my podcast with him. I used to do interviews back on my podcast. And he sent me this. I think he sent me 2 books. I think I did give one away back in the day. But yeah, he wrote in it as well. Dear Mark, enjoyed the podcast. Thank you. Very best wishes, David Whiteley. So David's on board with me showing this. It's just the BBC. But like I say, it's on I found it on a couple of channels. So I will link their channels as well. I'm going to show one, but I've just found the best one. They're both about both about the same, but I just thought we'd definitely watch this. We're going to get copyright with music and everything, I think. So we're lucky to get through this. Hopefully we will. So the monetization won't be on this because it's no point. It's going to get into a lot of trouble. But no, man, we are live. I am live. I'm alive. Everybody's alive. Just popped up. That's what she said. Hey, Katie, how are you? Yeah, so Dave, I told you into that. I'm getting a lift on Saturday. So I will be in early though. I will be in very early. Earlier than early bird. So that means getting up very early. Oh God. Anyway, getting too old for getting up early. Yes, you're wrong. But they were screwed. But they screwed all out of the money of manager Tom Petton. What? What the hell are you on about? See, have somebody? What? I don't know. Bad words. You're good. That's good. Mr. Gilster. When we see a Mr. Gilster in the wild, hopefully our how little...
I'm 37. What? I'm 37. I'm not old. Well, I can't just call you man. You could say...
That didn't work very well. But we're on 67%, so we're gonna wait till that gets to the 100. I'm not going to upload it because then it will shit the bed. I'm sorry, the chat is really slow tonight because of this uploading. I know I should have done it earlier, but I've only just finished the video. And I need to get the video up for tomorrow. Thank you for the warm welcome as ever. Yes, always. Good evening, TJC. I know your name now. So your package is here, ready to get picked up in the morning. Hopefully in the morning, anyway. Rich, how the devil are you? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. How early? Very early. I'll be in before 8 o'clock. I look, I've frozen. 69.3. It's slowing down. Anyway. Funny you mentioned Ball. I didn't mention Ball. Kieran Ball may have mentioned himself. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about in the chat. Everybody's saying hello. Oh my God. There we go. Oh, Gerard's here as well. If I do miss you, shout, scream at me. Because I just generally run over the chat really quick. If everybody's saying hello to each other, so if I don't see you, I'm very, very sorry. Any news I've got to give you before we start? Don't think there is. I'm not going to show you my Batmobile. Show you my gimbal. Oh my God, it's so heavy. It's supposed to be light, right? It's supposed to be light. But so obviously when it turns on, it all goes like that. But I've got the cable came today, so I can press the record button on here and it will start recording. I'm aware that my camera is a bit behind. But this is not meant to go with this gimbal. So when I got it, I thought, oh God, we're ready to send it back. But I thought I'll proceed. I'll go ahead with it. And you have to balance every. It's like 3 angles, 3 joints, if you like, and you've got to balance it all. So when you can like that, it's balanced. It's not moving. So when it's turned on, I'll turn it on. Well, I will turn it on. It steadies itself, and obviously you can use a joystick to use it, to move it around. So now when I'm walking with it, it's got a little stand as well, which you can extend it right up to there, because it is bloody heavy. I need to get rid of that. So nice bit of kit. I'm professional now. I'm very professional. So I'm happy with that. You are supposed to be able to. There's a dial there. You're supposed to be able to use that to focus, but I can't get that to work at the moment. So I think I'm just going to do it to pan. So there's that. A nice little bit of kit. I do need a lens, but I can't afford that now. Now until this is all paid off, I'll have to get a lens. After that, I'm all right with that for now. Now I've got that. We're 80%. We're 80.9. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Right. I'm knacking now. So personal stuff. I went to the doctor's on Friday. I've got a blood test. Took me some blood. Yes, I did have some blood. ECG tests, and apparently my X-rays have come back normal, which is worrying because I'm not normal. So thanks for asking, everybody. No, I know TJ did. So waka. Okay. All right, girls. Shadow, hello there. Jesus Christ, that must weigh a ton. I'm trying to. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, there we go. That is a like. Yeah. So I mean, obviously your arm's going to really. I'm going to have to bump some iron to. I've done my shoulder. But yeah, it is interesting. So I've got a gimbal for my phone and a gimbal for my camera now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to the toy fair on Saturday. I think I'm going to have my phone strapped to my body. So I'm going to be recording everything. And then use the camera as and when I need it. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully it's going to be better footage than normal. We're 85.8. We're getting there. I mean, we can start it. I don't think it really matters. I just want it to be as smooth as possible. You've got your drink, you've got a snack, you've got something to eat, and you're going to sit back and watch this. It's only 29 minutes long, but it's the story of Star Wars and Palitoy. So that's the book of this documentary. So I've got a book and the documentary. I've always tried to. This is about Star Wars. This isn't to do with this documentary. This is to do with Star Wars being filmed in Britain and how Britain made Star Wars. Good book, really good book. But this is about Palitoy. So it's a companion piece, and it's by the same person. Oh, I'll link. If I remember after the live stream, I will link my podcast. You can go check out that my podcasts are actually in a playlist somewhere, so you can go check that out, and you can go listen to our interview. I don't mind listening to that. Actually, it's been a while since. What's it, about 5 years? About 5 years. Reminiscing. I've got a few good interviews on that podcast actually. The podcast got to be a bit of a chore in the end. That's why I started doing YouTube. We're on 90%. We're all right. We're getting there. Does anyone have a Kenner X-Wing I can cut up? No, John, no. We don't have Kenner. We have Palitoy. I've got a Palitoy one. Superior Palitoy one. Duffman. I'm thinking about you, about diorama. I like a Temple of Doom diorama. I want to do a Raiders of the Lost Ark diorama with the truck sequence. So like having an airfield with the flying wing. Are you ready? And then having the truck scene, just to play with. Not to display, just to play. Why do they never do that? No, John. Yes. Thank you, Kieran. No, John. Very fancy. Oh, thank you. Yeah. An armful. Very nearly an armful, yeah. It was three vials she took. She was nice, though. I think my blood pressure went up a bit when I was reading CG. She said, "Oh, just relax." Okay. Normal as an elevator or an outhouse. I am. I'm not normal. I am. It's Pride Month. It should be Geek Pride Month. That's what we want. We want a Geek Pride Month. That's what we want. I went for tests and they found some blood in my beer stream. Yeah, that's about right. That's that. I don't know what you mean. Don't know what you mean. Light beer. It's light beer. It's fine. It's only because it's cheap. Good news about the X-ray. It is. Yeah. I'd like to know what's happening. I like to know why I breathe like somebody said in the comments, I breathe like Darth Vader. But there we go. Anybody watch Doctor Who yesterday? I watched it on a Friday night. Well, it's Saturday morning, officially. You're all no fun. We're all fun. That's living all right. Yeah. When I interviewed Hasbro last year, we were talking about Indiana Jones, and I did say, well, I said, can I just after the interview, like, can I just like give you a couple of ideas for Star Wars? I want Bespin Leia, please. Can we have Bespin Leia? And Patrick says, "Oh, you mean Bespin Gown Leia?" I went, "Yeah, you've done Bespin Escape Leia. I want Bespin Gown Leia. That's the only Leia you've not done." And then I said, Indiana Jones, Pat Roach 3-pack. You've got 4 or 5 characters there to go at. So you need the German mechanic. You need the Thuggee guard. Now, do you go for the Nepal guard or the German officer? I would say go for the German officer, because we need more Germans in the indie set. In the indie line, we're not getting any more. I know, I'm aware, but there we go. There we go. We're done. We're done. Right. I can get rid of that now. Let's get rid of that, and we can start. So yeah, Pat Roach 3-pack. Did they listen? Did the bloody hell? Anyway, I know Eric did say that they were going to do some Germans, but he lied to me. Right, are we ready? Are we set? I'm trying to get this at the best angle that we can get it at. I'm aware that this at the top is, and I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. So we're ready. Now I'm gonna get copyright for it anyway. So here we go. Can we see the top of that? I think we can't we? Yeah. I don't want to see the BBC. We don't want to see the BBC logo. Bah. So if it does get cut off, I'm sorry. I'm reacting to it. You know what I mean? We're watching along, but I'm reacting to it. So I will talk. This is David. Can we hear it all right?
This is not that story.
There's another copyright.
This story is actually about this place. I'm David Whiteley, and I'm a massive Star Wars fan. And growing up, the toys were as much a part of my childhood as the films. They became the must-have toys of a generation. And what was once bought with pocket money now sells for thousands of pounds. But it almost...
I've got to react to it, though.
Back in the day,
I get done if it's a reaction. I'm all right.
A toy town, home to Palitoy, makers of Tiny Tears, Mainline, and Action Man.
We know, yeah.
Action Man and his transport command. Tough, realistic models, specially designed for
nice one.
Action Man was one of the biggest toy brands in Britain, thanks to the team of designers at Palitoy.
Bob.
This is the very latest toys that you can find in the shops, and he is in fact called Action Man.
I sculpted the grip in hand, based on this one.
Yeah, I've got his autograph.
But there was something else on the horizon that was potentially bigger.
Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy
this summer.
The problem was we didn't know what it was. We had heard of Star Wars and we knew there was a lot of hype around it, and we knew
never
it
heard
was
of it.
making the film. But the first time I actually knew what Star Wars was was at the preview in London in 1977.
One day, Jeff Maisie, he came up to me with 2 tickets and he said, "You must go and see this film, Bob, down in London." Oh, sounds good. So, and it was Star Wars. I was a science fiction fan. So I thought, well, if there's a lot of hype in America about this film, it must be pretty good. So I was quite excited about it, yeah. I hadn't never heard of Star Wars, but they said there's a film we can give you a quick look.
We've lost him.
So I thought,
Unfortunately.
So I went down to London and saw this in a little sneaky cinema. It blew my mind when it started, when the spaceship went on and on and on and on and on. I was amazed. It was just a dream.
Palitoy
All hail Bob.
in the US had bought the rights to Star Wars.
Mario. Did you hear Action Man? You did.
Kenner really wanted Palitoy to take it on for the UK and Europe. But even though the managing director of Palitoy was really optimistic about the potential of Star Wars, he wanted to give it to another toy
How the hell are you?
who he felt needed it more than Palitoy.
I just no understand just getting the vibe from news cycles. It was. I think it was better. Comic books. Yeah. I don't know how I heard of Star Wars. It must have been on like some like news round or a clapperboard or something like that. You know what I mean? Remember when you used to hear about films on Entertainment USA and film 77. That's when they used to hear the.
I then spoke to the management at Dennis Fisher. They said,
Dennis Fisher, look, Patch Weatherby.
We're doing a deal with.
I need to do a full thing about Dennis Fisher.
Water, underwater thing.
Yeah, Dennis Fisher went from Man for Atlantis. He had $6 Million Man as well, though. Nobody ever talks about that, does they? Man from Atlantis. Nobody talks about it. Oh, do you remember Automan? And do you remember Blue Thunder? But never Man from Atlantis.
I said, "Are you sure you're doing the right thing?" They said, "Yes."
Just Aquaman, wasn't it?
Well, Palitoy will end up doing Star Wars then. So I get back to Bernard. He said, "I'm glad you've done that." He said, "You've given them the option of done it now." He said, "They're fools." And he said, "Yeah. If you do the job with Star Wars that you did in Action Man,
Barry Norman.
Laugh all the way to the bank."
It was brilliant with Barry Norman. It was a miserable sod, but it was good.
Little did Dennis Fisher know what they passed on. Well, Palitoy.
Oh, is that how you got to know about it? Yeah.
Those toys. But Kenner's design template.
We knew about it before it came out. It was weird. So it must have been on the TV. I remember it on being in the comics. I mean, getting the comics.
3.25-inch action figure. It had to be because of the scale of the vehicles. And usually action figures are in the 9-inch to 12-inch range. Action Man was a 12-inch action figure. So the trade looked at us and said, "Here you are trying to launch a space-themed action figure line tied to a movie with an action figure size that's not."
Oh, look at that DT Saber look.
We don't want to know. But we knew from our sister company in the USA that Lucas was.
I've got just ordered a few more bits for my Robo Skull today as well.
Longevity to the concept.
I've got 2 wings,
the toys themselves,
2 boosters.
With the movie backing.
Got the caps for the wings. I've got a pilot now as well. I've got the front hatch. I'm getting there. I'll have it complete soon.
Resin models of some of the key product.
Got prototypes.
And of course that didn't help because the trade looked at that and said, "Well, you'll never ship it anyway. Why should I list it? If you're at this stage now, you're
yeah.
Already under pressure.
Yeah.
The team headed off on a fact-finding mission.
I used to try to stretch my skin between my fingers.
A bit of inspiration.
We've got a letter from Kenner saying we want some guys to come over. So it was Roger and I.
I wonder now what would that feel the live saying it would have been big as a modern release format. That's interesting. That's an interesting question, actually.
It was great. We were
Yeah.
the first ones to see some of these mouldings. And then obviously meeting
Something to think about, is that?
and the Kenner organisation. who obviously told me what was being made and what was going to be made, obviously in Europe as well. So you got an idea of what.
I definitely don't think Star Wars would have
both from the point
been as popular because it's a slow burn, isn't it? If you watch the original Star Wars, it's so slow at the beginning. Everyone's goldfish and they want action all the time and they want it now and they want everything now. And, anyway, get off my lawn.
Which we could then go to our major customers
Ed,
and say, this is how successful this thing is.
Taking some photos. Transformers, I would have thought.
So we had no information to give to them at all. Ironically, Action.
Did you hear me saying Robocop? Robocop. Roboskull.
Leading toy brand at the time, and it was also.
So he popped up.
The key competitors.
Silly Swim, yeah.
And what we did was we tied discounts to their orders on Action Man to get them to take Star Wars, and that was too generous.
I like that picture. I've never seen that picture before.
But retailers were still skeptical about Star Wars and reluctant to invest. So Palitoy had to come up with
very vaguely. I mean, you never remember what the story was. I was always a $6 million man, and I don't remember any of the stories on that. Woolworths. Oh.
What they thought was a
John Menzies as well.
Science fiction, like business. So we have to be very careful how we design things. So those three things, we have to make them as cheap as possible, really. But
Palitoy had no money to develop anything. On the Star Wars.
Missed them. We've missed them. We need a TJ quiz. Make it on.
Well, it's a great big lump
on toys, so we'll be all right.
Injection molded, and of course they got a big market in the States. 10 times UK.
I'm all right. I think we're all right, aren't we?
You know, they could make thousands and thousands of these Death Stars and get it sold at a good price. If we had, if we
shut that down.
To do it over here, we wouldn't. You know, we'd mould lots of tenths of what they did, so our price would be more expensive.
We had a brief to design in card because we had got a lot of tooling money.
We did a sort of a half dome, so it looked more like a Death Star.
Look at that prototype Death Star.
And little rooms where you could go around and play out the scenes in the film.
I go on that.
We just came up with different ideas, different themes within it, like the tower in the middle. But then when I'd seen the film, it seemed to go on forever. And so we decided to put a mirror at the bottom to give that same effect.
So much superior to the kind of one.
It was a silver paper there, and they are. And also,
I wish I had room for mine.
Chute for him to go through.
Imagine what I'd still have if I had the room.
Went through that part. And the corridor across. That was.
It was so well designed.
The gun turret. Designed it for the figure to go in, and I actually pinched the guns themselves from the X-wing. We stand around, actually playing with it, making sure the parts were easy to use, like the trash compactor.
It certainly is.
You've got to have it so it does in fact
certainly is.
And the card is not going to tear and break. The Death Star box I designed. I got a mock-up of the actual product, so it was really just showing the product mainly. I put a kid in there playing with it, and we used my son as the model. Seemed easy to use my lad.
In the States, Star Wars was released
cool.
in May of 1977, but in the UK, audiences were still waiting. If the timing was right, Palitoy could really cash in on Christmas. Miss it, and it could be game over.
We were hoping, really, for an autumn release date in 77. December the 27th was the worst possible time. It missed Christmas completely, and it threw the product line into spring summer. Well, traditionally in spring
use mine.
Our major customers like Woolworths and people like that, they would expand their stores into summer toys. Well, the first toys would have come out in April. That would have been the action figure line. There were 12 action figures coming out then, followed by X-Wing fighters, the Land Speeder the smaller vehicles towards the Christmas period. So we had to make sure that the retailers kept it on the shelf because we hadn't got the full line out yet. The tipping point was when product really started to fly off the shelves. But the problem then still was the trade didn't come back and place big because they didn't expect it to go to Christmas. They expected it to fail. They just thought, we'll take the product, we'll get out of it, it'll be over. It won't reach Christmas 1978.
How wrong they were. In the run-up to Christmas of 78, almost a year after the film's release, the toys were still flying off the shelves. And that was putting real pressure on the team.
They actually had toys on the shelves.
There's only one word to describe it, and that was manic. We were under so much pressure to get so much out in such a short period of time, but it was something that was different. It wasn't hosiery knitwear, it was toys, and toys are fascinating.
Every time you
Not
make
saying
it,
a word,
you
not saying a word.
Grab 2 legs, grab 2 arms, grab the head. I could probably push it down, push it on the belt. You want to click how many remain. So whatever
Wow.
in a day, you would make so much of that money.
I bet it's yellow now, though, isn't it?
She was rather like a school mistress, actually, because most of we were young girls.
The canopy I got
And you know, if you were
was pretty clean
for
for the price I paid for it.
We've got to get this.
It was very clean.
So you couldn't sit in chat, you know, because you're thinking, God, you know. So yes, it was very hard work. You know, if you're like Millennium Falcons weren't touching,
Hard work.
Guys, what's going on here? We've got to get this out.
Thanks to their hard graft, the targets were being met. And now those previously reluctant retailers finally wanted a piece of the action.
Yeah.
And the guy from John Menzies, and he did like the odd drink of scotch, and we put a bottle of scotch in front of him and a glass and said, have a think how many Star Wars figures you're going to have. Star Wars figures at that time were selling for about £1.12, £1.20.
Hey, Josh.
I think it was £1.12p. And so
Is it? Ooh, nice.
I went back to him about 20 minutes later, half an hour later maybe. And he was only about a third of the way down the bottle, which was quite good for him, really. And I said, right, Bill, how many?
1 million.
And he said, I think I'm going to have 1 million. And I said, oh, right, good. Well, it was my biggest order ever. I've never taken a big order for that. And, you know, when Woolworths came along and said, all right, I'll have 100,000, it was that all. You just didn't realise how lucky you were. You just accepted the fact that there was a queue of people at toy fairs and things like that, just a queue of people wanting to give you an order. And it wasn't a question of, will I have it? It's how many do you want?
Star Wars boosted sales at Palitoy to 20 million.
They were sold everywhere, though, weren't they?
The biggest in the
Everybody
company's
was getting orders to sell them.
There was a downside.
All the shops were getting them.
Yeah, well, it's pretty good, wasn't it? The only choice is Captain Action Man. Kids wanted everything space, didn't they? And they wanted Star Wars, especially. I mean, you could get one Star Wars figures for one Action Man.
The Star Wars range had revolutionized toys, and now the marketing department was trying something different as well, but only if they could get it past the Advertising Standards Authority.
One of the breakthroughs we had was in the advertising campaign. What we were trying to do was to capture all the action and
Palitoy adverts at seconds and on.
Advert. So what the advertising agent came up with was, we'll take a 10-second clip from the movie of the product we're going to sell, and then tag it with a 20-second product sell of the product itself. The ASA said, no, you won't. That's illegal because your products don't do what it shows on the film. So in the end, we had to show, which we had storyboarded anyway, we had to demonstrate to them that the snow speeder attacking the AT-AT could be replicated by the kid doing that with it.
Can Luke in his snow speeder halt the Imperial Walker?
And that's how we got it through. And it made a tremendous difference to demand.
When Return of the Jedi was released in 1983, 20 million Star Wars figures had been sold in the UK. Half of those in that year alone.
We were already just trialling the use of the 10-second clip from the film linked to the product. And so that was the first place we went. I think it was a very successful concept, especially with the speeder bike going through the trees, which was a key part of the Jedi
Trying to break it.
Return of the Jedi.
This is my favourite advert. This is my favourite advert. I love this advert.
Battle it out with these terrific Star Wars models. Adjustable camera. Manually operated.
How did the arms go through the chairs?
Who will triumph in this daredevil race against all odds?
My favourite toy.
With Star Wars toys.
We heard from George Lucas that they were looking at a TV series, but it would be animated. But then they were looking at doing a prequel to the trilogy that they'd released. So we could see that there was longevity to it, and we were quite excited about the fact that it would go on beyond just these 3 films.
It seemed as though Palitoy and Star Wars
About middle of 78, wasn't it?
but behind the scenes there were other forces at work. Palitoy's
Well, we didn't get the film till
food giant General Mills
78 anyway.
question
Boxing Day, wasn't it? In London.
in the first place.
And then it didn't come countrywide till like February. I think it was about February, was it? January? Back in the January, February, 78.
One year, now he's running toy companies. And as a consequence, after a while, they realised this mistake because the food side was suffering a bit.
They lost a lot of money. And General Mills, being a food producing company where it's a nice steady growth, toys are like this, you know. It goes up when you've got a good toy, it goes down when you've got a bad toy.
One of the things that they professed to represent was stability. So you thought that with a company that I think was probably then about $3 billion.
Yeah, Kieran knows them all.
Where they couldn't really accept losses from some parts of the business that they weren't used to. In particular, for example,
I saw it in February 78 in Doncaster.
Area, which was A, very expensive, and B, highly volatile. And I think they actually came to grief and lost a huge amount of money, which I think for General Mills was the last straw. We were put onto the stock market, basically, and bought.
In just under 10 years, the company changed hands 3 times, but their destiny had already been written. Toy giant Hasbro were the very last in the factory in Colville when it closed in 1994.
So for the, 10 or 12 years I was doing work for Palitoy. Palitoy was really, Colville. There was nothing else in Colville. Must have had a massive effect on the people here when it closed. Devastating, because the mines were shutting as well. And the precinct, that sort of many shops left there. I think the life went out of the place.
I filmed there.
I did decide to move because in 85 I can remember them saying Palitoy's going to finish. So therefore, well, do I go now or do I hang on? So I decided to leave. Yeah, it was very sad. It was very sad.
And a second, and a third.
In the future, you don't want to be without a job.
Everybody's had such happy memories. It was such a happy place to work. And to be honest, I moved, and it did take me a long time to settle somewhere else. Because you'd probably had a job that you knew you probably weren't going to have another job that you'd enjoy so much.
It was a good time. As I say, I think I did my growing up here. But yes, I always look at fond memories. Any other job, it's never been the same as Palitoy.
But the legacy of Palitoy and their Star Wars range is celebrated by fans and collectors who were captivated by Star Wars all those years ago.
As a 7-year-old kid, 1977, I was lucky enough to see it in Leicester Square with my mum and dad.
Let's carry on. Look.
What is this? What have I come to see? And of course, it was at that time. It was manic. It was mainly everywhere was Star Wars. It was Star Wars everything, and it was just so much excitement. So much excitement. I've never forgotten it. I was just blown away by it because it was so different to everything else that had been offered before it. As a child, there was just nothing that was even related or comparable to it, and it was all consuming. And so I think as soon as you walked out of the cinema, it was just like, how can I connect back to this? What's my journey to, now that I've seen it, now that I've attached myself to this, now I'm totally sold on it. And it was the merchandise. So it was those
Merchandise.
It was just like, yeah, I've got to get that. You know, no matter what happens, I've got to have some of those.
Stephen has channeled his passion for the movies, which started with Star Wars and its toys, into a global company specializing in selling movie props and merchandise. And he started it all by selling his own collection.
A lot of the Star Wars toys, the action figures and things that I held on to when I first started the company that I run today, they got sold. It was all about making the decision to let them go and reinvest that money in film props and costumes. And that was some of the first things that went, and I shudder to think what I sold them for now by comparison to what they're worth today.
Today, Palitoy Star Wars toys, which were bought for pocket money in the 70s and 80s, have a unique value in the Star Wars collecting world.
So in the auction room,
£10.
Neil, our auctioneer, taking bids from people in the room.
That must have been 90s. Tesco, though.
Literally, this is a worldwide procedure. And yeah, it's a 2-day bonanza of toys.
Poppy.
Palitoys are massively popular. I think there's a Palitoy tax referred to just because there's...
I've interviewed her as well.
Palitoy compared to,
I've interviewed her on the podcast as well.
Slant towards people of a certain age who were young at the time the films came out. And I think it's a little bit of a chance to go back to their childhood and just capture a little bit of the fun that they had when they were 12 years old, playing little Jedi battles. But it's the collecting mentality has really taken off in kind of the past decade.
Yeah, but we didn't get Jackson.
It's something that's very manageable to display and to like have in your house. Everyone can see it, they know exactly what it is, and it's just something really heartwarming to see people get so passionate about it.
As Stephen's business grew, he was able to buy the Palitoy Star Wars toys for himself all over again, but this time they'd be preserved as part of his own special collection.
I'm not interested in selling them. I don't look at
that face.
Market values are.
I need a
so long to get back to the point where I could actually acquire them again and have them.
Jackson. Yeah.
It's seeing them in that pristine condition that just draws you right back to when you were in the toy store, seeing them just as they come out of the box. And it just doesn't get any better than that. I think there's still a huge amount of love for Palitoy, and I think there's a huge amount of love for Palitoy globally now as a brand. And I think that what we see now is collectors from all over the world who strive to own some of those rare Palitoy action figures, so beautifully branded, and it becomes central and pivotal to a lot of those collections as well. So I think all of that work during that period that was done, all of that creative that came about, is going to live on for so many more years. And my Palitoy figures, encased in acrylic now, they're going to be preserved forever. I mean, these things are going nowhere.
Oh.
Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the prop store, our vintage toys and collectible sale. Let's get us going then. We're going to start, of course, with lot number 1, which is your Y-Wing fighter. We can go 70, 75 to start us off. You've got 125, we move straight on the sale room, 150 now. And on to lot number 134, which is a Palitoy C3PO this time. Thank you very much. 500 now. 500, 600.
This is a few years old.
Let's move on. Got the fet here. There we are, ladies and gents.
Try not go fat.
Trino conversion. 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900 and £2,000 straight in. Hammers up and selling then at £2,000.
Cheap.
Sold to you there. Let's move on. The Death Star play set. 500, 600, 700, 800, £900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300.
That must be sealed.
Yours up. Well done.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wish I put a few in the garage.
Bob, I know you've got what you've got in your loft, Bob.
No Death Star. If anybody's out there got one and want to give me one, I'll gladly take one.
I'll swap it for your Robo-Skull.
Ended their time together at Colville in 1985. They've kept in touch. They created a toy empire, one to be treasured and loved as part of our childhoods in that galaxy far, far away.
I find it incredible, actually, that Star Wars ever made it. When you look back, you think how fragile that start was. You know, the trade didn't want to take it. We were pushing and trying to get things. We couldn't get product. But behind it all, the consumer was desperate for it.
They're tremendous products at Palitoy, not just Star Wars figures. And what did I do with them? They've all gone. I could have sold them for lots of money by now, but hey.
Are still very, very highly thought of, isn't it, by collectors and enthusiasts, and I suppose children who had them in the first stage are collectors now, aren't they?
Even now, this might sound really sad, and my wife thinks it's exceedingly sad. I dream about what we used to do here. Yeah, you sort of look at each toy and you give them time to think. You've got the history of the problems, you know, what went on with it, and some of the personnel that you had on it.
You know, I think that we've a lot to be proud of. You know, we actually launched Star Wars and made it what it is. Other companies now have taken it and extended it. But without those efforts in the early days, it wouldn't be here. So yeah, I'm really proud.
Bless him. I was like a big kid when I met Bob. I was giddy. I was really giddy. Yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. So it wasn't going to be long. Let's get rid of that. Then, enjoy that, everybody. We like it. We like it a lot. We'll be jamming. I like it with jamming. Oh, getting a bit peckish. I've had my tea as well. You didn't want to know that, did you? Right, so auction tomorrow. Auction time. Woohoo! Do you want to see what's in the auction? Should we take a gander? I tell you what, I am quite hungry. I've just British auctions. Yeah, I've just sorted my computer out, so I'm not getting that message, that Trojan horse message. It was pissing me off. So I've got that sorted. I'm happy. I'm happy for once. Right, so British toy auctions. Oh, go on then. Yep, great. Yes, please. When you think about it, the first Star Wars was catching lightning in a bottle. Well, not really, because you got Empire Strikes Back, which improved on it. That's the one, isn't it? That's the one. Oh, come on. I need to see the... why is it so hard to find anything? Catalogue. That's what I want. The catalogue. Lots of models in this, actually. Interesting models. Right, so trucks. We're not bothered about trucks. So we can start late. Trains and trucks, yeah. So we can start about half an hour late. So, like I say, models. We've got Olympic Games Monopoly. That looks like Premier League to me, but yeah. Wizard of Oz Monopoly. Is this? Hang on. This is the right one, isn't it? I can't remember all these. Thunderbirds Monopoly. The movie Thunderbirds. I think I must have flicked through these, or they've added them. I can't remember these Monopolies being in. Oh, they have added to this. I'm sure they have. I like that. £35. Shall we bid on it? Charlie's Angels. Chips. I don't remember them being in. Oh, that's a nice breeze. I've got my windows open and the door's just open and it's giving me a blow. No, and Brum Brums, cars. I can't remember all these. What? I think I just remembered all the good stuff. I'm sure there was some totally different. I think they changed it all since I last looked. Unless I was looking at next. It's Bullet. Nice Bullet car. Commodore Sinclair. Vintage gaming. Okay. Can we get this to better? That's better, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember any of this. Dinky. It's either that or I haven't looked at it yet. might be the case. Might be the case. I remember looking at the last week's and thinking, no, I'm not going to bother with that one. Yeah. Trains, nah. I'm going to nod off for that bit. Trains. You know what? Also more Spectrum stuff. Big Boom. I think sci-fi was quite big, even before Star Wars. I thought General Lee, then you said Starsky. Spectrum might be with a punt. Spectrum, yes, somebody said Spectrum. It wasn't me, though, honestly. It wasn't me. Some thinking. No, they're nice thinkers. I think I've not looked at this. I don't think it's good. So, yeah, we might not be doing it tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I looked at. There was a lot of Matchbox when I looked at it. A lot of bloody Matchbox when I was looking at it. Because I was thinking about bidding on some of it. Was I looking at the wrong auction? Could be. You know, Mike. This is tomorrow, isn't it? Look at all this rubbish. No. They can't have added it on. I remember this is Rupert's. Is that from last week? A large radio control Spitfire. Nice. Imagine them posting that. They'll just fly it, can't they? Yeah. This is not the auction I looked at. Am I looking at the... Might be a Vectis one I've been looking at. I don't know, anyway. I was definitely looking at a sale and thinking, oh, I'll do that. There's General Lee. Yeah, I'm sure some of it, they've messed it up. They've mixed it all up. Unless I was just forgetting about all the other crap. Which is quite possible. I'm sure the General Lee was earlier. That's done. And there was a lot of Matchbox. Yeah, no. It's not very interesting, is it? Smokey the Bandit? Smokey is the Bandit? Cars, trains, teddy bears, Rupert the Bear, and Galis. Yeah, definitely on the Spectrum. Before Star Wars, sci-fi was mainly the bleak dystopian like Logan's Run or even Death Race 2000. I'm thinking like Silent Running, things like that, That was pretty bleak, wasn't it? They're good though. See you later, TJ. Oh, it's on 10th. So I was looking at next week's. Anyway, we'll do next week's. See you later, Ed. Cheers, mate. You to use big screen. So, are we interested in watching this? I don't want to be sat looking at this. It'll have to be something really decent for us to. Yeah. It's either. Sure, that was in next week's. It's either doing this or me going out with my new gimbal, doing a bit of filming. So yeah, oh, that to read to. So yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So looks like we're not doing it. I'll find Kieran. Is there any more auctions this week? So like Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. The Vectis is just diecast, I think, this week. Blackpool trams, hey! Not to them 30 quid, bloody hell. Lots of Blackpool trams. Buses, tram. Oh, God. No, this isn't very good, is it? I like those. Oh, robot. No. Dynamite risers. Some of these scale electrics are in next week's. It is next week's. Yeah, it's not good. We're not going to be doing it then. Sorry. I am sorry. I like that. I've just had £40. You can buy that for that anyway. I'm out tomorrow, so you should gimbal too. Yeah, probably will. Tippy Tumbles and the Circle of the Clown, both made by Palitoy, as was Action Man. Yes, they were. Well done. So was Pippa. There was some Pippa in the bloody auction here last week, and I bloody forgot about it. I actually registered to bid for the auction, and I bid on something, I didn't win it. Then I totally forgot about the Pippa dolls. Nothing in there. So yeah, retract that. There's not going to be an auction tomorrow, unless I do find a different one. But British Toy Auctions is Tardy says British Toy Auctions is usually the one that's on Monday. Oh, Enterprise. Oh, it's the Playmates one. Oh, we've got some Myrtle there as well. Interesting. £18. That's going to be worth that. Captain Scarlet. Oh. £55 for Night Rider. We don't talk about Night Rider anymore. Oh, there's a moving flashlight prototype. Oh, it's car. That's interesting. So we've got a Corgi, we've got a Jada, and we've got a remote control. £30. Well, that Corgi's worth £30. So we've got a bit of Night Rider, which I'm not going to do a live stream just to wait till lot 218. Oh, some ET. About Star Galactica. That's a good lot, actually. You've got Terrorhawks, you've got UFO, there's Captain Scarlet. Oh, we've got 3 UFOs, actually, which is nice. What's the bid on that one? There's no starting bid on that one. You got a knockoff ET, a normal ET. And, that's Tron, isn't it? That's Tron. I got Terrorhawks in there. And Aldama. Oh, a bit of diecast in that one. Check a little bit of diecast. What we got in this one? Oh, we got a Space 19. Oh, we've got a couple of Space 1999. weapons. I've got a twin pod clout car. I've got a bit of Star Wars accessories in there. People will go mad for that and probably pay about £400. There's a bit of Darth Vader Star Destroyer there. there's a bit of I think it's a survival kit mostly, but yeah, a few bits in there. And Darth Vader, of course. Models. Stealth. Oh, a space shuttle. I want a space shuttle on top of the Boeing model. That's pretty good. Lancaster bomber. I don't need to do the Lancaster bomber model. Oh, SpaceX. Matchbox. Oh, bit of Doctor Who. Nobody answered me earlier when I said, have you watched Doctor Who? Nobody answered. Knight Rider, Ertl. £18. That goes for a bit more than £18 anyway. There's Gaelis at 55. I still need to put back. She's here. I'm opened it. I haven't put any new batteries in there yet. She needs new batteries, Douglas. Oh, Airwolf. Look at that. An Ertl Airwolf. That's interesting. Ooh. A silent running, the world was bollocksed and the hero snuffed it, leaving one droid in space guard. Not exactly a bag of laughs. No, it was a good film though. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. My Action Man had a Sister's Pippa as a girlfriend back in the day. She was a bit smaller than Action Man, though, isn't she? Getting interested. Well, Action Man. Sister was too old to have dolls, so my Action Man had no love and interest. I'm not saying anything. Shot things and drove a tank. No problem. No problem, mate. I've been trying to do it for a few years. I know David, so I asked him, and he says it's all right with him, but it's a BBC thing. So a couple of the channels have put it up, so I thought, why not? Why not finally show it? Usually downstairs, yeah. I refuse to talk about Fake Who. Have you watched it though? I want the phaser. I want that werewolf. I might buy it just for that werewolf, but I want that phaser as well. Right, diecast. Why would you give you the bubble, the yellowed bubble? What was that? Vanessa Eves, 8-inch action figure from Penny. No, me neither. We've got 2 Moonraker space shuttles. I've got one of those, so I'm not bothered about that. Oh, what we got here? Oh, I've got a boxed Batmobile. That looks like the bigger version of the one I've got. There's the Ertl Batmobile. Bit of Thunderbirds. Yeah. Oh, we haven't seen before. Transformers. An assortment of 19 original G1 Transformers to include 5 standard. I don't know what that means. 18 quid. Interesting. Oh, what we got here? Oh, we got the Zygon and the Dinky did them, didn't they? Oh, we got a couple of UFO. We've got a lot of those today, haven't we? Are those, is that Ed Straker's car as well? Is that a little werewolf? 2 Buck Rogers. Got a Stingray. And I've got 2 shuttles. You know, I was looking at these model kit. There is an Africa course model kit, and it's in next week's auction. And I thought, oh, brilliant, I'll get them. But in the lot, there's a Bonanza. I think it's Bonanza. Yeah, Bonanza box. The Airfix. I didn't know Airfix did Bonanza, but there's that in that. So that in that lot, because of that, the price has gone out of proportion. Not 25. I'd have paid 25 quid just to get the Africa. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Sorry, I do apologise. What's top of the list currently? Top of the list? What list? Always been put on a list. I saw my talking commander scuba diver in the bath. It was never the same since. The thing is, I'd actually know with PTSD. The thing is, the talking commander, you could never understand what he said anyway. I could never understand what he said. Advancing single file, I think that's one of the only things I really understood what it was said. And I couldn't really understand what that was. I'd like to own. Like I say, I've got a few more bits for me Robo Skull coming. I've got another wing. I've got 2 caps for the wings. I've got 2 boosters for one wing. So one wing will be complete apart from the feet and the guns, the red guns. Got the pilot coming, got the front hatch. So I need the bottom hatch. Just cost me £85 today just to get the caps, the pilot, and the boosters. It's costing me a fortune, but yeah, it's going to look good when it's done. And one of the wings that I got, it did say it's broken, but it'll send the little cap so I could glue it on. I was going to either plastic weld it or glue it on. I said, "Oh, have you sent the cap?" I said, "No." But it did have a top booster on it, so the money I paid for it wasn't too bad. I can try and figure out something, see if I can figure out something to get it. Bloody chair. You'll need a new chair. So I've got another wing coming. There is a left wing and a right wing. So I've got a left wing. I've got a right wing coming. Let's say 2 boosters, top hatch. So I need the bottom hatch. Got a pilot. Yeah, it's coming on. It's coming on. I mean, I'm going to the toy fair on Saturday, and I was thinking I need to save some money. Then I've spent £85. But I'm really going just to film. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. It's going to be interesting. It's a different toy fair. It's one of the first that I think the first that they've done. But I want to just have a look around. Really, I'm not really going there to specifically look for something. I could do with a yak face, obviously, and I'll be looking for the blasters that I need and the bow. But I doubt I'll find them at a toy fair. There is the Tron figures that I do want. The light cycles. If I see the guy that was selling the light cycle before that was boxed for £220, I will jump on it. I've only ever seen him at Doncaster though, so he probably won't be there. But yeah, I've got 3 of the Tron figures now, so I need to find those. I mean, the light cycles is something I've wanted ever since 1982. I saw them in a Starburst magazine, and I've never seen them. And then I saw one of that at Doncaster, and I already bought the Enterprise playset. So I'd already bought. I spent enough. I thought, but this stall was. He had the GLS that I needed at the time. I've got that now. I mean, the last toy fair I went to in Birmingham, I was looking for the GLS, so I got that. I got the the Sky Striker, but I just bought that just because I knew I could get more money out of it. I'm not really looking to buy to sell this time. I just really want to. If I see something and I like it and I can afford it, I will get it. Sounds daft. Still cheaper to piece together than try and find a complete one. No, just get the complete one. You'd probably better getting you won't be. It's hard to get a complete one, but I think you can pay about 30 quid and get it almost complete. But I've gone the way of just getting everything separately, and it's going to cost a lot more. But it's good. It's good for content. It's like what I've done with my. I will show you. I will show you. I'm not going to show you. That's my Batball. That's the original 66 Batmobile and the 66 Batboat. There's a couple of spares. There's the one I've put together. I've resprayed it, took it all apart, resprayed it. I still got a bit of work to do. I need to put the antenna in. But I still think I've done a pretty good job there. Respraying that. So that is going to get finished. But I have got a placeholder in the box right now. So I've refurbished the Batboat. I've refurbished the Batcopter, and that's a placeholder for when I finish that. But I've done the video now. So this is a repro box. Cost me a bit of money. I really want to do a video. I think what I'm going to do, I might start doing a regular eBay negative eBay video, because these guys, I have had this in my basket for God knows how long. I've been doing these Batmobiles. That's legit. That's a legit box though. Look at that. Volco. £25. So I messaged them and said, look, I'm after this, and this. I wanted loads of bits to refurbish all these. And also I've always wanted that. You're talking £1,000 for that. A legitimate one. I'm saying, I mean, the even though I've refurbished them, they're legit. The box is in it. Box is repro. But to get that would at least be £1,000. So I like doing things like that. I like projects. So yeah, the people that sent me the box, no communication. I've sent them 2 or 3 messages. I've got nothing, no communication whatsoever. It came after they sent it after it should have come here. It should have got here. So their customer service is atrocious. So I eventually got it. There's a crack in the plastic in the behind the Batmobile. And they tried saying that it's an air vent. I says, yeah, but if it's an air vent, why have you put sellotape on the back of it? So I ended up giving them negative feedback, which I don't normally do. Very, very rarely. I should have given negative, but I've given neutral. So they're trying to say that it isn't cracked, it's an air vent. Why have you put sellotape on it, man? So I checked all their other feedback, and they've got like 200 neutral and negative feedback, and they've still got 99.6% feedback. So I want to do a video on looking at the feedback from them, and maybe we can do a regular thing where we'll look at sellers and we'll look at their feedback. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. So yeah, it's that's a long way of saying no. Get it complete. Always get it complete. I don't do because I do these things for the channel. Action Man Patrol fall in, and the math action went blah, 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 blah. Harry. Indiana Jones figures, yeah, Marion. I just need Marion. I've got them all, except for Marion. I obviously need the two from the playsets as well. Well of Souls and Map Room. The Map Room's got Indy with his robes, and the Well of Souls hasn't got a figure in. It's the Streets of Cairo. It's got the Monkey Man and the little Marion. So I need Marion. That was a release, but the other two are from the. I'd love the playsets, obviously. I'd like the horse too, but I do have the Hasbro one. Hello, Eve. How are you? That was eBay. So it makes me wonder what that was. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. I'd love those. I think the right lightning, the translucent figures will be ace. The right lightning, yes. I have mine stood up with my Automan figure. I like that. So yeah, I need the light cycles. Yeah. I'm looking for a Mouton, Tog subform, and a Gatchaman Hound Tank. Oh. Hound Tank shouldn't be too hard to get, should it? Yeah, well, if it takes your fancy, yeah. I mean, that's it. I'm just obviously when you're filming, you kind of seeing what you're filming, not seeing the toys. So when I was in Birmingham, it was quite hard because I wanted to film and I wanted to look, and you can't do both. It's impossible to do both. Can afford it. That is fingers crossed. Yes, that is a big issue. I know. I saw the RoboSkull parts on Facebook today, so I agreed to get them. I thought, I'll compare it with my PayPal balance. So what did I do? Went and paid with my bank account balance. Anyway, so I got 2 parcels tomorrow to pick up. Brooks Collectibles, Mark. I sold my Evil Knievel to him. So I mean, the thing is, I can go look at it when I need to, unless he sells it, obviously. And I did sell the rest of the Indiana Jones figures that I didn't need, so I got a job lot. So I kept the 3 that I needed, and I sold he wanted the other 3. I give him the first refusal before I put him on. I've started using Vinted. I bought my first thing on Vinted today. It's weird. It's different. It's different. You're looking at the prices and think, well, that's cheap. Then you look, all these buyers, whatever else, and then the postage on top of that. Yeah, so it's different. It's different. And when you're selling, when somebody favors your item, you can message them, send them an offer or things like that, which is good. So I'm waiting for my first time. I have got the, you know when Indy was on last year in the cinema and they did the cups with the hat on top. I never got hold of one. I think I bought one today for £4. So I'll have that. £4. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but put it on display somewhere, I think. But I've got it now. You seem to have sold a few items recently for good. No, I've taken a lot off. I've taken a few off because I'm gradually stopping using eBay. I've taken loads off. The $6 million man's coming back. I should get that tomorrow. So I've got to refund him. So that's being relisted. So hopefully that will sell. Quite popular, so I expect it to sell. I'd like it to sell for next week, obviously. But if it doesn't, I'll put him back on the shelf. He's gone to a good home. He has, yeah. The thing, yeah, I mean, I donated the Action Force base. I donated quite a bit to Mac, but I didn't. He wanted an Evel Knievel. I said, well, I've got one, but they're hard to get hold of. So we kind of did a deal, and I've got the Tron guard coming from him. So I kind of did a bit of a deal. So yeah, I've got a bit of money. I mean, then I spent it on RoboSkull parts. What's your eBay? I don't think I had it, Steve. It's in the description. Oh, oops. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not selling at the moment because the fees are withheld. My fees are being withheld because of that return. I'm not refunding it until I get it back. I mean, it's fair enough. It has a crack in the arm, but it doesn't affect it lifting the engine. It doesn't affect anything. It's got all the clothes on it, and I'd totally forgotten about it because I actually changed it over. I bought another one and I changed it over because of it's in the right arm, isn't it? the circuits in the arms in the arm that I'd taken off were glued in. Well, these weren't, and it had the thing. So even though I had the crack in the arm, I used that because I thought it's a better arm, and I've forgotten about it. So it's my fault. I mean, I did offer them £20 partial refund, but they didn't accept it, so I'm sending it back. Which is fair enough. I don't mind that. That's my fault. I admit that is my fault. But with the Knight Rider, that wasn't my fault. There was nothing wrong with it. It was collection only. You know what I mean? It's yeah. So I also end not arse end. The things that I posted, the things that I did sell, and I thought would be a problem, they've come back with 100% feedback, really good feedback. Somebody want to put have you found my eBay? If somebody can put the link of my eBay in. I'm on Vinted as well. No, I can't do that because my phone's up there. I mean to put my Vinted in my links as well, but I forgot to do it yet. I haven't got around to doing it yet. I've changed my banner. I keep changing my banner. So yeah, check Vinted, Blue Harvest Toys. Obviously, everything is Blue Harvest Toys. So check that. There's only a couple of things on there for now, but everything will be transferred from eBay to Vinted for now. Do you know what? They charged me £3.35 for the postage of the return. That I've got an invoice for £3.35. Cheeky bleeders. I still haven't got that the fees back either. Anyway, enough of me moaning. I quite like that. I'm quite happy with myself. I did get the Indiana Jones lead figures as well. which I might show once I've got a few more indie stuff. I will show those. They're pretty good. Pretty good. Right then, hope you enjoyed tonight. Hope you enjoyed the documentary. It would have been nice just to, I mean, I'll probably clip that and put that out as a separate thing, but we've probably got a copyright on this, so there will be no monetization. Feel free to super chat, you know. I'll send memberships out or anything like that. That would be nice. That would help. Let's just check to see if we've got any issues with it so far. We're still going. We've got no views. No views. Right, let's refresh that. There might be 1 or 2 views. Or 3 views. 19 likes. 100% likes. Thanks. 3 views. Thanks, YouTube. How many? So we've got 10 on X and 17 on YouTube. Okay. Right. The chat's. Am I finishing? You're all saying goodbye. Am I going? Am I going? You're all leaving? You're leaving? Yeah? No? I was going to... Oh! 3,701. Very nice. It keeps going under. Right. Yeah, I'm going to go then. If you're all saying bye-bye, so... Sounded like you were wrapping up. Well, no, but everybody seems... Everybody stopped chatting. I've got nothing else to say, and I want to go and get a peanut butter and jam sandwich. What time are we on? Half 10. I've got everything done. I've got the parcels done. I've got the video. I need to upload the video so Kieran can watch it tonight. Bless him. Let's do that now. Because it shouldn't take too long. Because he's my editor-in-chief, you see. Come on. Why is it not? What? Oh. Pretty useless, this computer. The good thing is I've stopped that bloody Trojan. I don't think it was anything. It was just kept notifications kept coming up. Oh, you're infected, blah blah blah. And yeah, it's not coming up. I did save it. There we go. Why does it take so long? I don't know. Right, so next, I know you can't see all this, but I can. That's all that matters. So no. I might do a bit of a live. What I might do tomorrow is I might walk down to the train station and do a bit of live stream. Take the gimbal down there. And I can't use the camera gimbal. Do you want to see my camera gimbal again? Oh my god! I can't live stream from that, but I can live stream from if I'm holding my other gimbal. It's going to be a right workout, isn't it? Anyway, it's either that or the drone. I don't want to test that though. I want to see if it. Well, I know it works, but bye guys. Take care. Just busy with something. I like peanut butter sandwiches. Yes, I'm going now. Definitely. And don't forget, Anakin blew up the Death Star. Apparently.
Jacob, wait till me get the rope. Jacob, where you go? Jacob, come back, Jacob, all lad. Jacob.